Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video, we're going to be going over the case for the Garmin Edge 1040. If you have the Garmin Edge 1040, you want to protect it so that later on you can sell it without any scratches or blemishes. We're going to be installing the case for the Garmin and the screen protector for the Garmin too. And is it yay, nay, or no good to stay? Anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to show you how to put this on, and you'll decide in the end whether or not this is right for you. Come. Okay, let's see how well it connects to the Garmin. So I think we probably want to do the glass first, and then the case. This is what we have here, the Da Pro 9H tempered glass. I'm not sure what that is, but that's how it came. Oops, don't want to scratch it too soon. Definitely comes packaged sealed tight, taped, and let's see. All right, so wipes, wet and dry. So most likely first we wet it, then we dry it. Well, it looks like it has extra ones in here. I don't know what it says on here. Let's see how many it comes with. This is pretty cool. I don't know if it's a good sign or a bad sign when it comes with more than one. I guess if you drop it, so it has 1, 2, 3. Wow, this is nice. Except that is not the Garmin. But it said it's good for the Garmin. This was what the description said. So hopefully it is. Looks like I have 1, 2, 3. So I'll put the other 2 back. Hopefully we won't be needing them. What else is in here? Oh nice, these little guide stickers, I guess, so that you make sure it goes on your device. Sticker guide, peel it. I'll probably have to pick it up. Yeah. Dust absorber, so we'll probably use that too. But first we'll wipe it, dry it, and then use the dust absorber. So this is a wipe to dry. Green is good to go. Let's see, wow, it's so small. Really small. What the hell is this? I love it. Look at that. Yeah, with my big fingers. Well, hopefully big enough to do the job. Look at that little beanie, like Thumb Wars. So we'll just wipe it. Okay. And then dry it. I can see it's wet. You probably want to blow everything first. Let's see how big this one is. Wow, this one's really small. Look at the little tiny little baby wipes. Nice, but as long as it does the job, size doesn't really matter. But as you can tell, I have big fingers, so. And then we have the dust absorber, right? The little thing right here, the dustinator. So then we do that. We'll probably have to do this a few times because we don't want, because as I'm talking and breathing over it, I see them do this at the store with the phones. They're really fast too. All right, so there's the back. This is the back. Yeah, this is the back. So most likely we have to, we'll use the sticker guide, right? We'll put one on each side, right? Like one here, one there, and maybe one on the other side if we can. Looks like we accidentally put it on the sticker. Yeah, be careful there. And then one maybe here on this side, right? Since that was the back. Then we'll peel it, right? And like that. And then use the sticker guide to put it on. Oh wow, interesting. Just gonna try and finagle it. Interesting. Well, a little bit of a bummer. Definitely doesn't fit the Garmin. Let me try again. Let's see. Use the sticker guide. fair. Fair because I don't really think it's designed for the Garmin, but it looks like it'll do the trick. It'll work. Let's see what we have here. We can just wipe it. Yeah, fair, because it doesn't go around the seams, around the edges. And right about there is a little bit. You have to really finagle it to get it in there, to get it somewhat even, because you have to balance it out. Like give a little bit here, give a little bit there, and then as for here, even if we tried there, maybe we push it a little bit. You got to be really careful. But I guess this will have to, yeah, it'll have to do, unfortunately. There's no way it seeds in perfectly. But it does give you another take. Like you can, but I don't know if I want to give it another take. We can give it another take. Why not, right? We have 3 in there. And then, see, that's the tricky part. So we lift it up like we're somewhat of a surgical procedure. And the problem is that you'll never get it even. And if you do, see, now it's more on that side. Welcome back to everything that glitches. And it's not my first time putting one of these things on. The problem is, as you can see, it's not designed for the Garmin, so we're trying to balance it out so it shares. We'll use the dustinator. To get the dust out from underneath. But even if you do, I think that's as good as it's going to get. You could try pushing it down, but you can't push it down. See, now it's up there, but now I have a lot of slack down here. All right, let's try that again. You're killing me. So it's definitely will fit the Garmin, but if you really want that perfect fit, you're going to have to balance it out so that it can share. It's like, no, you're not supposed to get all of it. You're like, oh no, you're not supposed to get all of it. So and then during that process, you have to do this, and you got to be fast with this part because you definitely, oops. I think that did it to some extent. Yeah, I guess that's it. It's as good as it's going to get to some extent. And you want to make sure it's not on the edge, that it seeds in on the side. But as you can see, we got it as even as we could there. We got it as even, proportionally balanced there, right? And it's not protruding out from there because it's in. And I believe that's it. A little bit disappointing because it should seat all the way, but we managed to get out the air bubbles, right? If that makes any sense. I could see why they give you 3, because sometimes there could be like a little blemish, a little bit of fingerprint thing going on. Let's see if we can go on wet again, and then go on dry. See that? So it's fair. I'm not happy with it, to be honest with you. But there is another one in there, as you can see, that's just a little speck. So you got to be fast, because if you're not, the smallest speck will go under. And then, you're pretty much going to be stuck doing this every now and again with this thing, trying to get out the blemishes. But for this, you don't have to lift it up all the way. You can just do a little bit, like watch. Just sort of tap it in there with this thing, because it's the same stuff, same material, same thingy. See, and we got it, and then it'll just seed in. See, voila. But you want to limit as many times as you do that. So that worked in that sense. So we got that little bubble thingy out. Because there was a little speck in there, and as you're talking and look, there's just dust in the room naturally, right? So, but as you can see, it kind of fits the Garmin, but it's not, doesn't seed perfectly well. But this is okay. You know why? Because what we can do is we've got the case, right? So this was kwmobile for smart electronics, but again, it said for the Garmin. So let's see. Because sometimes I've used my Garmin when I've traveled abroad. And when you go abroad, sometimes you don't want to pay for cell service or this GPS worked really well when I was in Paris. But I'll have to take this off. This was actually bought separately, this light. And then just follow the prompts. So there's a sensor thingy over here. And then this goes down there. And then hopefully it fits. So yeah, even though it doesn't fit as the way you would want it to, it's okay because it's going to get covered. Okay, hopefully, I think. Yeah, look at that. So you won't see it. So I could see in the reviews where it said fits the Garmin perfectly, sort of, because if you don't, if you don't see it. Yeah, not bad. Let's see if the touch screen works. It should fit back on the bike. I might. Oh, nice. There we go. Yeah, let's see. History, all activities. Okay. And then it gives you your totals. 52.9 miles. I have more miles than that. But remember, it didn't transfer my miles. I transferred only, these are my new rides on this thing. So now it's just waiting for data. If it syncs to the phone, if the phone's on, you have to launch the Garmin app, right, in order to get your weather notifications, so you're not checking your phone while you're riding, which is a great feature because you'll get all your messages. So as you can see, it just says waiting for data. So we'll sync it, and just take any minute. So the touch works. I might lift up that corner again just to get out what's in there. We'll let that sink in the meantime. Actually, you know what? Let's take this off and fix that. No misconnections. See? Notifications, I mean. Because, see, and there's the weather. So weather, text messages, etc., all that comes in. I can just say, oh, what's there? Oh, like, oh, what's the weather? Let me check the weather. See, hourly, because this way you might have to turn back. But in this case, I'm not, because I'm already here. In this case, I am going to go back and get rid of that little area down below. Okay, so knowing that, and moving forward, we still got some little bit. So just remember, there's no need to lift the whole thing up. Just slip it underneath and slide it out, and then voila. Yep, and that did it. So it's tricky, and yeah. You get like one take, really. I could see why they give you 3, but that's okay. I'm not, I could live with that because, if you fall off your bike, you see, look, you can't see that small little blemish anyway, because a little bit, but, only I know it's there. Maybe you know it's there too. You see that right there? Because I didn't, I lifted it too soon. And that sort of like got it out a little bit. Not a lot, but the reason why you want to do this is because the next time this is coming out of the case is when I sell it. And you're like, why would you sell it? Because I sold my last one, right? And this one only cost me $100 because I only had to pay the difference. So, you leave it in the case and as long as you don't crash, drop it, or whatever, you're fine. This was the dry one, but that's okay. I have an extra cloth here. And then, when the person wants to see it, like remember when I went to sell the other one, the person was like, can you just take it out of the case so I can see it? And I took it out of the case and sent them a video. And then, it worked well. They were happy with it. And again, that'll just be a blemish, but once you lift off the screen, it won't be there anymore. So it's not really cosmetically damaged. It's more of like, I lifted it too soon, or my fingerprints under there. But that's it. Kind of neat. I like it. I'll go back on the bike, and we'll be doing a review of the Garmin, some of the features that I use that you might like to use. Kind of neat, huh? It's okay. I mean, it somewhat fits, but it's you won't notice that it doesn't really fit, and if you don't have the case. If you have the case, as you can see, you're not going to tell. And if you manage to keep your fingers off and use that guiding tape as much as possible, or you maybe use a different tape, you'll be fine. And the less your fingers touch underneath, and do it fast. Remember, there's just little dust particles inside of the room. Me talking could have, impede the experience where, it just wasn't making it fast enough, or just, blowing the air on it. So, just dust out the area, blow out the room, and, less time, talking, and more time just spending on the installation so that it just doesn't have any blemishes underneath moving forward. But it works, as you can see. The touchscreen experience is there and golden. So that's pretty much it. I hope this video helped you in better deciding which screen protector or case is right for you and your Garmin, so that later on when you go to sell it, it's good to go. And the only blemishes and dings you'll have is from your fingerprints being underneath the screen protector. And hopefully that's all. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.